Right everyone, so what I'm going to do now is go through some combo hands to show how I navigate the cards with the Brave package on the board and what kind of end boards I'm going for, and you know, like that sort of thing. And we'll talk about points of interaction, we'll talk about follow-up. So start off, obviously there's the chance that we brick here, but hopefully we don't. Okay, so this hand does not have the Brave engine in it, so you can just sort of imagine that it'd be very similar with the Brave engine. And what we can try and do is have a look at how we would play this hand. It's a real tough one because we don't play level 7 targets, so definitely the best play back in the day would have been to just normal summon this, pitch the Apsara, go for a Noctowl line. But I think the best line here actually is Quick Launch, and I think because when you start with Quick Launch, people might think that you've got a really weak hand, so they might just straight up Ash this, which is good because you want to bait the Ash here. That's from the Dragon that you sort of want to get hand trapped once or twice to sort of weaken their board. So we'll go into the Striker. Striker can search into the boot. This is always just a good place to start, just while you're like sort of working out the combos as you're going along. So now we've got boot access. I'm gonna try and sort of, you want to like pivot the different areas of the deck. So you want to try and get rocket access and bestial access as well. So the next place for me is going to be Ravine. We're going to pitch the Apsara out there, which is then going to pitch Saronir. And then we can do Apsara 1, Saronir 2. I just love thinning the deck down as well as we're going through. Just pulling a load of cards out of it and getting there. Leaving it so we've got some good draws. So yeah, we're quite set up now. So we can either we can normal save it and sack it off for a levy, but I don't really want to do that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to normal save it. I think in this hand you almost still make Romulus anyway, because you don't want to make Seal because you're going to link it off. So yeah, we'll just go straight into Romulus. Obviously no Romulus effect. We can banish the Safer, which can add as a Lebellion. Can then use Lebellion. Search Magna. It's really weird because we drew so much of everything here that almost makes the Safer slightly irrelevant, but we'll make good use of it. So we'll special the Magna by banishing Bestial. Which should be over this for this. Use the Lebellion. Scale the regained. Then we can summon the Wyvern Buster by banishing the Striker. Then we can regain, put it back to draw one. This is insane. And we didn't even use the Safer at normal, so this is actually nice and alive now. But we'll have to clear up the board a little bit before we get to that. What we're looking for here. Oh yeah, don't need to look yet, one sec. So we will gotta be careful because once we get, we'll use this now. We'll go into right. See, you normally want to put the dragons on this half of the board and the as stupid as it sounds, the Brave on this half of the board. So what we can do, might put this negate up at the end, I think, just to, you know, use the Savage to clear everything first. So then we can link with this into the Pisty, use the white effect, search the black, then we can splash on the black, splash on the white, link these two off in a triple. Can boot over the ravine. Then we can use boot, special the tracer. Then we can use Pisty to bring back the Magnumut. Then we can synchro these two to Dispire. Then we can use Dispire to bring back the Saronir. Sorry, the Safer. Then we can use the Safer to pitch the Lebellion to search the Levy. Ooh. Then we can make the Borderland here. Then we can drop the Levy. Rip a card out the hand. Then we can make Seal. No, we won't make Seal yet. No, we'll use the Borderland to negate the Pisty to bring back the Tracer. Put the Tracer over here, actually, I don't think it really matters, but then we'll make the Seal. Then we will activate right. Then we will Tracer Pop Boot. Then we'll use Purple Effect to search. Then we'll synchro these two into Savage. Then we'll use Savage. Put this. Then we'll use the Purple to search. Pitching the Draco back. Equipping the Draco back. Special on the Griffin. So now the board is Omni Negate, Bounce, Negate, Jerusalem's in the hand, follow up, well, for the pop with Tracer. Regains, bringing back the Dispire. Regain to also get you a draw. You've also got the Safer, banish for the Levy, which is pops because you've got Lebellion Engrave. You're drawing for turn, you're probably going to draw one off the Regained in their turn, draw one off the Regained in your turn, the Levy's back in your hand, and you've just got, it's the Dragon Link where the turn 3 can be even scarier than the turn 1. So what we'll do now is we will make sure we get, well, we had the Brave package there, but it was just a little bit delayed in the end. Didn't get it till halfway the combo, but that just goes to show that as well, like if you've got a Chaos Space draw and you've got a Regain draw and you go through a lot of the bricks in the deck, then and you're drawing 2 cards, obviously in this case we only drew 1, but you've got so many cards that you can hit, obviously being the Foolish, the 3 Enchantress, the Right, the you know, you can, there's a decent chance of you actually hitting into the Brave Engine and just ending with that extra Omni Negate there and then anyway. And obviously we opened Ravine there, which could have been an extra card in hand because we had to make the ROM anyway. So let's just hope we get the Brave card package that we do. We've got a double time. What I want to do is I'm gonna actually just, well, I was gonna swap this out for Safer, but then I showed that I just normal Safer and I didn't even use its effect in the last turn anyways, because we had everything, but you know, it would be slightly different, but basically the principle stays the same. Oh, you need a drink when you doing these videos. So obviously we've got the flexibility in the fact that if we already opened the Brave package, let's say that this Adventurer was an Enchantress instead, Foolish has still got Saronir into Lebellion and Dabsarau, so it's never really dead. It's literally one of the most versatile cards in the deck. But yeah, Foolish into Enchantress. We'll get the Right. We'll activate the Faithful. We'll activate the Right. Faithful. Faithful. Dracoback. Quote. Get this. And you just feel so much safer at this point. Then we can just start going through the motions, so we can go Calibrant Striker, Striker Effect, Search. Then we can banish this. Link these two into ROM 1, 2. That's my ring, there it is. And it is true that sometimes in this deck you often don't actually need to use the boot sector if you open the quick launch, or if you can get away with using the Romulus effect. So I can actually go Ravine here, pitch the boot, and because I've got rocket access I can actually send Saronir, which will then send Lebellion. Then I can go quick launch, and you feel quite confident locking yourself early with the Tracer, because you've got the Omni Negate up anyway. So we can go Tracer, pop, Ravine. I'm going to Recharger. Then we can make that Pisty, these two in a triple, Pisty effect. Bring back Saronir. Tribute, do go on Tribute now actually. just thinking, because if we tribute this off for Lebellion now, we can make, yes, probably best for special Sarnia. Lebellion has to be sung by its own effect. Lebellion effect to scale Regand. Then what we can do is we can drop the call up, flash in the white. Regand can put this back and draw one. Kubikara, decent. Borderland to get the call up. Got the Tracer. Mix Savage. Savage 1. Call up 2. You've got no Magnum draw here, which is a bit. I got a Magnum add, sorry, which makes the Regand a little bit worse because you've not got a Magnum in rotation here. But you do have Borderland to bring back this. You do have this negate, you have this negate, so you got 3 negates. And then going back into their turn, you have your draw for turn. You have your Wyvern Buster into this, which is then going to get you this and then get you another draw. Then obviously you've just got, like, you threaten Scarlet here. If this has gone on for longer, you could Fearful Adventure at this back. You've got the bounce off this. Fearful Adventure is actually a good follow up because it gives you level 4, which obviously if you've got Borderland, these two can just make Scarlet and blow up the whole field. Obviously this can't be destroyed by battle because I say it's can't be destroyed by Scarlet because it's got more attack. So you could just bomb the field. You've got this over here. Any dead bestials you might have. There's just so much follow up in the deck. But yeah, I think the Brave Engine right there added so much value because this entire hand lost to a nib. So, but now it doesn't. So I'm gonna do one more. Just one more test hand. So that was really good because that showed the value that the Brave Engine added. And it showed how we still got the Regand in the loop. We could have added this part of line there as well. But I chose to just do a standard couple of Omni to get a board. Right, so let's go again. Again, tad unfortunate opening multiples in a 55 card deck, but hey oh. So Magnum straight into that Saronia. Then we can I'd use this to check for Ash. Don't have it chain the Griffin Rider. This is where it just becomes a standard extender, it's not even that bad. Then we can trying to think, so we've got Boot into Ravine. Ravine's got a free discard and Lebellion because it's dead, which can get us into Saronia. So let's just do that. So we've got Tracer and the Striker just to get the Boot in our hand in case we need it. It might even be that we need it for a discard or something, but probably not because we've got the Spell Lebellion. So just Striker and a Boot. link these two into ROM effect. So the only sort of hard time you don't want to use the tracer effect to lock you into the darks is when you haven't been in a ROM. So you want to get into ROM. Always banishing the trace is good because it means you can get it off Despair, or you can get it off Pisty. Send more special the Magna, and we'll just banish the tracer again. Then we can use the Magna effect search in the end phase. Tribute for this. Effect this to skill regained. There it is. So you might actually need to get back into the rockets with this Ravine, I think, just for the level 4 access, because if that sends... We've got no way of getting to the Pisty at the moment. We could have not got to this and left this on board. Could have dropped Saronir over this. In fact, let's do this. It's just a bit more of an interesting line into Striker. Yeah, this is a much better line. Then you make these into a Tum, then a Tum effect. Is this one to send to the grave? It is, isn't it? We've just got to send to the grave, yes, so we can get another Lebellion out of the deck here. So this summons, and what we'll do is we'll grab a black metal here, and then we will use the Saronir to pitch the Lebellion. Then we'll link the black metal into the Pisty. Then we'll use black metal to search. Then we'll link these two into the triple. Then we'll use this to bring back just thinking, do we use that there? Because we could use Ravine. Because I think we're actually going to need the boot in this hand. Cool, because we could use Ravine to pitch the boot, which could then get us a Safer in the grave, and then we could banish a Safer to grab back a Lebellion. No, we don't. So then we do. So if we go Ravine, pitch the Lebellion to send the Safer. Then we use Safer's effect to banish itself, to then add back the Lebellion. Then we could special summon Safer back with this. Then Safer's effect can pitch this to get into Levy. But then we can't get into the rockets because the trace is banished. So what we'll do is we won't do that. We'll do what I initially thought. So we're at this position here. We're then going to use the Pisty to bring back the Tracer. We're then going to banish the Pisty, special the Red Eyes. We're then going to use the Red Eyes to bring back the Magnemite. We're then going to synchro these two into the Despair. the Dissipator is then going to bring back the Striker Dragon. This is then going to get tributed over for the Lebellion. The Lebellion's going to use its effect. And now we've put the Tracer back into the grave for the Boral Savage. Where's the regained? There it is. But yeah, this is super hard deck to play. So then what we do is we'd link these up into Boral End. In fact, I think we could link these up in a Boral End. Then we could Boral End negate Striker by bringing out this. Just don't think there's a way to get to Levy in this hand. Because if the Boral End negates the Striker, I can't even use the Striker effect to go for the Recharger to get back into the Tracer, or to special summon the Safer again, because ideally we want to special summon the Safer here. Yeah, it's tough. It's very tough here. It's very hard to find a line in a Levy. But this is still a good line, so if we Striker Dragon pop this, then I can summon out the Recharger. Then they can sink into Savage. And Savage can be used to bring back the triple. So then this is still a really good board because the Magna Resolves getting you the Druis. Then you've still got all the follow-up next turn. So you've got obviously the boot. The boot can be used to bring back from the grave. The Druis can be used for the pop. You in their turn you're going to be able to Druis, banish the Recharger, put the Recharger back to the bottom of the deck, draw one. Then this is going to be able to bring back this. This is going to be able to bring back this. This is going to get another pop. Then obviously this was luck draw, but it gets you whatever you want. And then you can start your next turn with this. Then obviously you can Lebellion straight away into a Saronir. And then you can drop your Saronir, banish in Striker, for example, put that back, draw another one. Then you threaten Baron straight away. And you've still got like all this gas to go out with. And obviously that, and that was with using a Griffin as well as an extender to get into the Romulus tail, make it happen. So yeah, it's just like, even that's just goes to show that the Griffin's not like 100% brick, and if you know what you're doing, you can quite often make it into an extender which can actually help the combo. Anyway, hope you watched it, hope you enjoyed the Brave Engine, hope you found it useful. Cheers for watching.